ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳೇ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. ಈ ಒಂದು ಸೆಷನ್ ನಾವು ಆಸಿಲೇಷನ್ ವೇವ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಿಸಿದಂಥ CET ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಹಾಗೂ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸನ್ನು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಈ ಒಂದು ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ಸಿಂದ ನಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಅಥವಾ ಎರಡು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳು CET ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆಗೆ ಬರಬಹುದು. ಮೊದಲನೇದಾಗಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನಿಕ್ ಮೋಷನ್. ಈ ಈಕ್ವೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನಿಕ್ ಮೋಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಬೈ y = a sin omega t. ಈ ಈಕ್ವೇಷನ್ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ವೆನ್ ದ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಮೀನ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್. ಇಫ್ ದೆರ್ ಈಸ್ ಎನಿ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ then phi, ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ಈಕ್ವೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನಿಕ್ ಮೋಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಬೈ y = a sin omega t plus phi. Suppose if the particle is starting from the extreme position, then the equation is given by y = a cos omega t or y = a cos omega t plus phi ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು if there is a phase difference. And the equation of the velocity of the particle executing simple harmonic motion is given by v = a omega cos omega t ಅಥವಾ v = omega into root over a square minus y square ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಬರೀಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಆಕ್ಸಲರೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನಿಕ್ ಮೋಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಬೈ y = minus omega square a sin omega t or a = minus omega square y ಅಂತ ಬರೀಬೋದು. Now the velocity and the displacement are differ by a phase difference, that is pi by 2. That is phase difference between the velocity and displacement is pi by 2. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ the phase difference between the acceleration and the displacement is pi. Velocity and acceleration has a phase difference of pi by 2. So we need to remember these concepts. Now the time period of the simple pendulum as well as the spring ನೋಡೋಣ ಈಗ. So the time period and frequency of the spring is given by t = 2 pi root over m by k, where m is the mass of the particle that is attached to the spring and m is the spring constant. F is the reciprocal of time period, so F is equal to 1 by 2 pi root over k by m. So the time period and frequency of simple pendulum is given by t is equal to 2 pi root over L by g ಅಥವಾ F is equal to 1 by 2 pi root over g by L ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. Now let us see the first question here. The time period of oscillation of a particle in SHF is t. So time period t ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. The frequency of oscillation, so they are asking us frequency of oscillation, frequency of change of kinetic energy and frequency of change of potential energy. So as we know, frequency is reciprocal to the time period. So frequency t ಇದ್ದರೆ the frequency of oscillation t ಇದ್ದರೆ ನಾವು frequency f ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. So frequency of oscillation is f. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇಟ್ ಕೆನ್ ಬಿ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಎ ಅಥವಾ ಬಿ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಆಫ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ. ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ದಟ್ ಇನ್ ಒನ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಸಿಲೇಷನ್ ದ ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ 2 times. So that means the frequency of the kinetic energy will be 2f, as well as in the same manner even the potential energy also changes 2 cycles. ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಸೈಕಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಸೈಕಲ್ಸು, ಒಂದು ಸೈಕಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಸಿಲೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಸೈಕಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಸಿಲೇಷನು ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ the frequency of the potential energy is 2f. So the correct option is option B. Next, the time taken by a particle in SHM of period t to travel from mean position to half of the amplitude position. So they are asking us to find what is the time period to move from the mean position to the half of the amplitude. Since it is starting from the mean position, we have to use expression x is equal to a sin omega t ಅನ್ನೋ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೀನ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಇಂದ ಹಾಫ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್, ಸೊ ದ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ x is equal to a by 2 ಅಂತ ಬರೀಬೋದು, which is equal to a sin omega t. So a get cancelled, so half is equal to sin omega t. Then definitely omega t should be equal to it should be equal to pi by 6 ಅಥವಾ I can say it is 30 degree. So omega andrenu, omega is nothing but 2 pi by t into t is equal to pi by 6. So pi and pi get cancelled, so t is equal to t by 2 into 6 is 12. So it takes t by 12 seconds to reach from the mean position to the mean position to half of the amplitude. So the correct option is option B. The next question, the time taken by a particle in SHM of time period t to travel from the extreme position to half of the amplitude. Now this time it is traveling from the extreme position, so we have to use this equation x is equal to a cos omega t ಅನ್ನೋ equation ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. So the displacement is a by 2 since it is moving from extreme position to the mean to half of the amplitude. So displacement is a by 2 which is equal to a cos omega t. So a get cancelled. So ಹಾಗಾದರೆ cos omega t is 1 by 2, then definitely omega t should be equal to 60 degree, that is pi by 3, and time omega is given by 2 pi by t into t is equal to pi by 3. Pi and pi get cancelled, so t is equal to t by 6. So it's option C. Now this velocity of sound in gas is given by v is equal to root over gamma p by rho, where p is the density of gas and gamma is the specific heat ratios, that is Cp by Cv ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. If it is a monoatomic gas, gamma value is 1.67 ಅಥವಾ 5 by 3 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. If it is a diatomic gas, it is 7 by 5 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, 1.4 or 7 by 5. Now the same expression velocity v is equal to root over gamma p by rho ನ ಈ ಥರನೂ ಬರೀಬೋದು. v is equal to root over gamma rt by m, where m is the molecular mass ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. The sound travels faster in humid air than in dry air. We need to remember this particular concept. The velocity of sound in liquid is given by v is equal to root over b by rho, where b is the bulk modulus and rho is the density. Let us see one question based on this. The ratio of speed of sound in neon to that in water vapor at temperature is, at a given temperature, ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರಲ್ಲಿ if we have to find out what is the ratio of the velocity of sound in the neon by velocity of sound in the water vapor, this ratio we have to find. So velocity of sound expression ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು, v is equal to square root of gamma rt by m ಅಂತ ಬರೀಬೋದು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ r ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್, even the temperature is also constant. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ I can write the velocity of sound in neon by velocity of sound in water vapor is given by square root of gamma in. See how this gamma and v are proportional, directly proportional. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ gamma of neon by gamma of water vapor into mass, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಪೋರ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ರೂಟ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಪೋರ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. I will write this as molecular weight of this neon, here molecular weight of water vapor. When we substitute this, we get, so for monoatomic gas, that neon it is 5 by 3, and gamma for water vapor it is 4 by 3. It is dry atomic gas, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ 4 by 3 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. into the molecular weight is 18. ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು approximated to 1.8 10 power minus 2 kg ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಅಥವಾ ಇದನ್ನು 1.8, okay fine, 1.8 divided by 2.02, 10 power minus 2 10 power minus 2 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. If we solve this, we are going to get 1. So the correct option is option A. Next, the Doppler effect. So Doppler effect is the apparent shift in the frequency of the source heard by an observer when there is a relative motion between the observer as well as the source. Suppose let us assume that there is a source means which produces the sound. It produces sound and the velocity of sound is v, and the source is moving with a velocity vs, and there is an observer velocity is v naught, either he may be moving away or towards. Let us imagine the velocity of the observer is v naught. Then if the true frequency of the source, sound produced by the source is f, then the frequency heard by the observer is f dash. It is given by, the relation is given by f dash is equal to f into v plus or minus v naught by v minus or plus vs ಅಂತ ಬರೀಬೋದು. The general equation can be remembered like this: v dash is equal to v into v minus v naught by v minus vs ಅಂತ ನೆನ್ಬಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ in the direction of, suppose of the sound velocity is v, if any velocity which is traveling in the direction of the sound, it is taken as positive. If any velocity traveling, or if any body observer or any source velocity is traveling opposite to the velocity of sound, it should be taken as negative. ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಆ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟೀಸ್ ನಾವು ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ತೊಗೊತೀವಿ, ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಸೌಂಡಿಗೆ ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದರೆ ಆ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟೀಸ್ ನಾವು ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ತೊಗೊತೀವಿ. ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಸಿ ಒನ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದಿಸ್. A source of sound of frequency 450 Hz. So this is the actual frequency of the sound, 450 Hz. Approaches a stationary observer. So observer is at rest. So V0 is equal to 0. At a speed of 33 meter per second. So this is the speed of the source, which is 33 meter per second. The frequency of sound as heard by the observer is. So we have to find out the frequency of sound heard by the observer. The formula is like this: F dash is equal to F into V minus V0 divided by V minus Vs ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. This is the general formula. So F dash is equal to, what is the true frequency? That is 450 into V. V is the velocity of sound. They have given the velocity of sound is 330 minus observer is at rest. So velocity of observer is 0 by velocity of sound is 330 minus the velocity of the source. So observe this. Source ಹೀಗೆ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಟುವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ದಿ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವರ್, ದ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲಿಂಗ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ಇವನ್ ದ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ, source is traveling like this, even the sound will also travel in the same direction. So we will take Vs as positive, so plus 33 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. So F dash is equal to 450 into 33 divided by 330 by 330 minus 33. So after simplification we are going to get approximately 500 Hz. So the correct option is option B. The standing wave are produced in 10 meter long structure string. So there is a 10 meter long, this is the length of the string, 10 meter long string. If strings vibrate in 5 segment, 5 segment ಆಗಿ ಇದರ 5 segment ಆಗಿ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, 5 segments ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. And the wave velocity, this is the velocity of the wave, the frequencies. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ what is the frequency? See, please remember one segment in a length lambda by 2 ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ the total length ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? Total length is 10 meter. That should be equal to, in the total length there are 5 segments. So 5 into lambda by 2 ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ I can say this is 1, this is 2, so lambda is equal to 4 meters ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. Lambda is equal to 4 meters. Then the frequency, what is the relation between velocity as well as frequency and wavelength? V is equal to F lambda, then frequency F is equal to V by lambda. So what is V? V is the velocity of the wave, which is 20, and the lambda value is 4, so which is nothing but 5 Hz. So the frequency of vibration of the string is 5 Hz, so it's option B. ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳೇ, ಈ ಒಂದು ಸೆಷನ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಆಸಿಲೇಷನ್ಸ್, ವೇವ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸೌಂಡ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಗೆ ರಿಲೇಟ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂತಹ CET ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಡಾಪ್ಲರ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಬಹು ಮುಖ್ಯವಾದದ್ದು. ಹಾಗೆಯೇ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿರುವಂತಹ ಆಸಿಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಪಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವು ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾದಂಥದ್ದು. ಈ ಒಂದು ಸೆಷನ್ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.